Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee with Jen and Sharon. It's another Wednesday. How does that happen? Every week it gets to be Wednesday.
I guess we should be grateful for another week and another
Absolutely.
move into spring and towards summer.
I know we can see the sun filtering into both of our offices. That's a delight.
Yeah.
After yesterday's snowstorm, which was not a delight.
I
can't even.
I have to say, I felt a little better when I saw all the pictures on social media from people who were not in our area. Like, this was a pretty widespread winter tantrum that a lot of people were having.
It caused a lot of tantrums too. Speaking of which, before we talk about whatever it is we're supposed to be talking about today, I have to just have a little tantrum. Sharon and I both had a little meltdown yesterday because we both failed at Wordle. And that was I'm still feeling singed by it. I mean, I don't know. I know not everybody plays Wordle, but based on my social media feed, a lot of people do, and a lot of people got burned by Wordle yesterday. So can we just have a moment to just rant about how that was just not fair?
Yeah, and I would love to know if people's kids are doing Wordle too.
Right. It's become sort of a fun family activity for us. It's an individual game. It's a free game you can play. It's on the New York Times website, but you don't have to have a subscription to play it. And it can be a quick thing. You can do it when you're waiting in line at the DMV or wherever you are. But so we each play it individually throughout the day, and you can share your result without spoiling it, which is the best part. And it looks like that funny grid. You might see people post it in the social media, and if you don't play, you're thinking, what the heck is this? But it's like solidarity with your fellow players. Sometimes you want to crow because you got it quickly, but yesterday it was a whole lot of complaining because you could get 3 of the 5 letters and there were just way too many options left, and you only have 6 tries. And it wasn't easy. So yeah, I think there were a lot of people feeling pretty burned by Wordle yesterday. If you're one of them, put it in the comments so we can sympathize with you.
And if by some chance you have no idea what we're talking about, just Google Wordle, Wordle, and you will soon find out what fun you can have or frustration.
Yes, absolutely. Jessica says she finished Duo Tri-Gordle. There are a lot of
I don't even know. Do I want to ask? Is this the one with the 32 or something like that? 32 Wordles all at once? I don't know.
I could barely handle the humiliation of losing just once. So, thank you for putting the link in there for us too.
Yeah, Jessica shared the link to Wordle. So
yeah. So I'm still feeling. I don't know. I'm just that really took the wind out of my sails, Sharon.
So you quit? You didn't do it today?
I haven't done it yet. I will. You got to get back on the horse. I mean, we have to model good behavior here. I will get back on the horse. But let me just say that what really added insult to injury in both of our households is that both of our husbands did get it and we didn't. And then they bragged about it. That's wrong.
Yes. Even if they just mentioned it, I'm counting it as bragging.
That's wrong. Yeah. It's wrong. It's wrong.
How dare you get it on the day that I failed? Anyway, Jen, that's not what we came here to talk about today, right?
I already forgot.
We came here to talk about when, those times when things actually are going wrong, can we count on our kids to step up? Like, we worry so much, and feel that we need to nag them about so many skills and things. Are they really going to be able to do the things they need to do to adult? And I guess sometimes the answer is no, but I've been thinking that sometimes they surprise us. And
have you had a pleasant surprise in this department lately?
Well, you know that I've had COVID. I said that last week. So yeah. I should be out of the woods just about. I think after tomorrow I can go free with no mask everywhere in the world, but I can, see my family without a mask and things like that. But anyway, it has hampered, obviously, my ability to do things. Mm-hmm. And I was pleasantly surprised with how willing my teenager was to go grocery shopping. I feel like...
Wow, that is a big one. Wait, okay, solo? With a list, without a list?
Solo grocery shopping. There was a list conveyed ahead of time, and we kept adding to it, and I kept waiting because I was on the phone, and my husband was with him in the kitchen or something. Who knows where they were? I couldn't see.
Right. Not your
And
problem.
we kept adding things to the list, and I kept
Mhm.
waiting for the like, oh, come on. I don't know how to do that, or this is too many things, or I have something else to do. And it was shocking it never came, because here's the difference. I think if it was an ordinary day, and we have done this already because the kid has the license. Oh, can you go to the grocery store and get these 3 things for us or whatever? Oh, I have homework to do. I was just gonna play with my friends online or whatever it might be.
Uh-huh.
But I think the difference was the kid knew we really needed help. Like this
Right.
was not a drill. I couldn't go to the grocery store. I cannot remember the reason my husband couldn't go. Maybe he was at work or something like that,
Possibly.
something important. And it just like cut through the normal resistance, and it was like,
Mhm.
this child can actually step up when we need help. So
That is
it was
lovely and
nice.
delightful. And also, I just want to put it out there that should this ever happen to you and the items come back and it's maybe not exactly what you would have picked, zip it.
Yeah, and I
All you say is, great job. Thank you. That was so helpful.
and not being the one who unpacked the groceries or whatever either, I have no idea like how many boxes of Cheez-Its came home or
Right.
whatever.
Was it an off-brand? Possibly. Did it get put in the wrong cabinet? Most
I have
likely.
no idea. I'm not going to
You
worry
don't
about
you
it.
don't quibble at that point because you have to honor the intention and also the attitude with which that
Yeah.
was done, that's a big step. Same goes for like that first time that they might unload the dishwasher unbidden.
Ah.
They're not putting the silverware in the way you want it. It doesn't matter. You don't say. Shh, silence is golden, right? You just say,
Yeah.
"Wow, thank you. That was so helpful. I really appreciate it." Yeah. Yes, I think another time this can happen is, they get old enough where you can go out of town
Mm,
and leave them. You don't know this yet because it hasn't happened to you, but it will.
right.
Someday, you and your husband may go off on a junket somewhere for whatever reason, and kids can be left unattended for some period of time, maybe even overnight. And um, you may be amazed at the things that they step in to do because you're not there to do them. They
Are they gonna like scrub the grout in the bathroom or
No,
something?
oh no, no,
Oh,
no,
I can
no, that
hope.
never happens. I'm sorry. But they might actually clean the bathroom to some degree. They
Okay.
may not get to the level you would do, but it's amazing when you're not there, you're not the default to get it done. They can do it, and they might do it even willingly. Or if you think of something when you're gone and you're like, oh my gosh, totally forgot to buy pet food.
Mhm.
I think they do step up when they need to, especially if somebody else's well-being is on the line. I mean,
The
obviously, you're not going to let
animals.
your pet starve. That's no good. But those are all really great little entries into adulting, and I think it feels good for them to be able to help you out, to be the
Yeah.
savior. So
I was thinking about this a little bit, and I was thinking, I wonder if other families have seen this. I'm not sure that the other than the oldest get as much practice with this, like, because it's usually
yeah,
like, okay, we need this help. We need you to babysit. We need you to be home alone. Whatever it is,
that's a
we
good
need you to
point.
cook. But by default, usually if the oldest in charge, and maybe you would have left the oldest in charge when they were 14, but now the second born is 14. And do they get the same responsibility?
Right, good point.
Maybe not as,
Probably not. Yeah, probably
yeah.
not. So maybe we have to invent those different
Well,
categories for them.
I mean, I
Okay,
guess,
wait, I have an example for you.
yeah.
So one of my kids is really better at pet wrangling than the other. So,
Mhm.
and it's the
Mm.
younger kid has become our go-to person for when the cats need their nails trimmed. It's a
Yeah.
terrible job. Nobody wants to do it. But she seems to have a really good way about her. So and she's gone for a few months now. We're like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? I mean, it's become something we rely on her for, and it's nice. I don't think she loves the fact that we rely on her for it, but she should feel good about the fact that we miss her dearly for that particular reason. We're like, we need you to come back. nobody else does this the way you do it. So there can be some little niche things maybe that you find that a particular kid is good at, and that could become their specialty. Maybe it's making dinner. I know there's some families where there's a kid who's really good at cooking
Oh
and
my
they enjoy it.
gosh. I just read this essay by a woman who was saying, when I think it was 12 or 13, she used to cook every weeknight. And she used to look forward to this and how to put together the ingredients. And
When she was a kid, you mean?
yes.
Oh, wow.
I don't have any kids who are quite that enthusiastic about cooking, but I do appreciate what you're saying about having a specialty too. My youngest is probably the most natural with wrangling animals too. And you reminded me of one time, I think I was out of town and our cat needed not only a needle to do a medication, but also pills.
Yeah, that's a big ask.
And I was telling my husband, you need to practice before I go. And he just wasn't getting it. So I'm like, okay, the youngest is going to help you. So,
and were you shaming him? Was there a little shame?
It was just the truth. It was just the truth. See, that's when I think this really works, is the kids are good at detecting the difference between, you just want to teach me a lesson, you just want me to learn how to do laundry, or you just don't want to do laundry yourself, or whatever. They know the difference between when you're just trying to get them to learn things and when you actually need their help.
Right.
And I think is the key.
That is the key. So we just have to find ways that we need their help.
We have to be more helpless, Jen.
Okay.
Less competent.
I can get behind this.
More unavailable.
Okay. I'm on it.
I don't know.
Taking notes. I'm writing that down. Become less available. Right.
Well, this was it reminds me also of a couple of years ago when I realized, hey, if I don't come downstairs before my children leave for school, they actually do better getting out of the house, because
you were just in the way.
I was in the way. I became a scapegoat. Where is my ex? Why don't we have this? I don't know what this is. Can you help me with that? Yep. And somehow it would just went much more quietly and smoothly when I wasn't present.
There you go. So maybe we can find a way to do this without you having COVID next time. That would be delightful. But at least I'm so glad you were able to, achieve a parenting milestone. That's your COVID silver lining right there.
Sometimes we don't do it intentionally.
Right. You got to take what you get. So we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
What were your parenting moments where you realized your kid really stepped up? Yeah. Let's brag on them. Let's hear some good stuff today.
And, even if you had to manufacture those moments, that's even better, because, we want to see if we can.
Yeah. Look, what can we learn from you?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next time. Enjoy the sunshine.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.